topic is on alignment and energy. Alignment and energy. Um, Energy is we generate it in stillness, and we also generate in dynamic movement. So, take for example, when we're doing the arm bridge, in stillness, I'm constantly moving the energy. The energy is learning to find its way to the central equilibrium. The arm bridge was designed to put tension in your shoulders because to understand softness, you need to understand tension. That's just the duality of the practice. And during the arm bridge, you will experience you will experience different degrees of tension on your shoulders and your back leg. Energy is looking for somewhere to go. So, in proper alignment, the harmonies need to work together. But the tension is challenging. It's learning to try to pull you off alignment. So as a result, you start to move. As a result, your arms come down. As a result, you're moving your arms in a different way in an attempt to divert the attention to somewhere else. So in the stillness training, you learn to properly align your body to have the good posture so the energy knows where to go. That's why the shoulders, the hips need to be in alignment. They can move via the energy, but if they move physically and separately, now the energy doesn't know where to go. And then from the hips to the knees, they also need the alignment, and the knees to the feet. Therefore, the saying is 一条线, one line. One line of what? One line of energy that knows how to flow down and knows how to flow up. Internally, in the stillness training, when the alignment becomes more comfortable and everything is properly flush, now the energy knows where to go. Especially when you apply JFM, you're learning to use your mind to help to open all the joints, to stretch the fascia. The fascia plays the role of the internal balloon, but it also plays a role in guiding the energy. Where you expand, that's where the chi energy goes, right? During the arm bridge, you expand, you release the tension, going out through your fingertips, going to your center. Everything feels properly balanced. And then you hang all the muscles, the gravity, alignment, pressure. It needs the alignment for where that energy to go. That's why alignment plays a big role, especially when you're doing it in the stillness training. Now you take it to the dynamic movement. So from stillness, 静功, to dynamic movement, 动功. Now, for example, take rotational rooting, right? That energy needs the proper alignment. The alignment is not just in stillness, it's also in dynamic movement. So that's why we have the inside formula. Energy and gravity, while maintaining your equilibrium, is guiding the energy to move through your alignment. So when doing rotational rooting, in the beginning, you're going to physically do it. You're going to make the rotation physically. Everybody goes through that transition. But the more you do it, the more you refine and make progress in the internal qualities of how to do it. Now you're sinking. Now you're expanding. Now the feet begins to be very soft and gentle and even. Now the energy knows where to go when you're doing it in dynamic movement. It feels really nice. And you don't feel fatigue. In class, I hear often a lot, oh, my legs are tired, my thighs. And I hear that all the time. And I say that's normal because you're doing it physically. Your alignment is not correct inside that much yet. You're still evolving. But when everything is done internally with those qualities and you're doing rotational rooting, you feel the energy go down, 一条线, one line energy. It'll rebound back up also in one line energy. That's what will happen. The walking, in the meditation walking, the same thing is happening. One continuous energy going down, up and down in proper alignment. When that happens, everything is flowing and you're constantly connecting with Earth's energy. So now everything is moving in unison. Okay? And how do you verify if you're doing it with proper alignment so the energy doesn't get wasted and you lose your balance? How do you know? 2% drill. That's how you know. So when I play with you, when we're doing choreograph, unscripted push hands, that means that you'll be A, I'll be B, or I'll be B and you'll be A. But if I'm A and you're B, and I'm coming very slow, 5 miles an hour, if I find a corner and you can't figure out how to get out of it, that means that the energy got stuck at the point of contact. Your alignment internally is not set well enough so that it knows where to take my energy coming into you to go in proper alignment. That's how you verify it. So often in class, I let them touch me any way they want. They could touch my shoulders, my arms, my hips, my center. They can move me at will. Why I can keep my center and not lose my balance. And I'm not struggling. If people are strong, you're moving them, but they're using force. They're using resistance and tension to hold you back. Yeah, if you're 200 pounds, you're big and strong, I may not be able to move you because of your mass. So mass does play a role when you're trying to move somebody, especially in the early stages, the beginning stages. But the way that we practice push hands, because it's not competitively, we want to allow energy as part of the premise that how we practice and how we learn it. I move you through energy. You receive me and you learn your equilibrium, how to have your proper alignment so that the energy can spiral into you to go into the ground. You don't want to neutralize my energy with force. You don't want to neutralize my energy because you're bigger and stronger and you could resist. That has limitations, very much limitation. It can only get you so far. Over time, if you do it and you play push hands with force and resistance and tension, not only will it get tiring, over time, it will be not good for your health because you're developing too much tension in your body to resist incoming force. The way that we practice push hands is through learning how to have ting jing, learning how to maintain your posture, learning how to receive energy so you could release. So what's important? Alignment, and understand that in relation to energy. When energy doesn't know where to go, what happens? It stay within the confines of your body, a very limited space. And what happens? Sometimes you have sore shoulders, sore neck, and anywhere in the body, those common areas. Those all could be avoided with this idea of proper alignment and knowing how to release the energy. And that's the practice that we have here. That's what we're after. So understanding that will give you a strong foundation in IST practice. Okay. So we'll talk more about body, talk more about alignment and how the energy is properly channeled over time, because now that I bring this up in more clearer in its totality, I'll talk about it again in the future. And with your regular practice and training, you will connect to it more. And you'll feel that what that understanding represents. And alignment is something that you're not new to. Well, what do you mean? Think about it. Remember when we were much younger in class? Hey, Marcy, sit up. You're not sitting up straight, right? Sit up, right? Or you're in class and people say, hey, keep your back upright so you can focus and pay attention, right? When you're doing working, if you're making a speech, they say have good alignment, body posture. Why? Because the energy comes out, your attention, your focus, it plays out in a lot of things that we do, not just in IST. But because of our training, that's a very important principle to be mindful of, because when done right, it will affect you in all phases of your life. Okay. So with that said, we're open for